Moving on to our second lesson, which will be operators, and here we will learn all about all the operators inside JavaScript. Quickly, I will zoom in so we can see better. So here on the right side, we have addition, which is basically plus sign. We have multiplication, which is a star. We have subtraction, which is just a minus. We have division, and we have modulus. It's the remainder of the division. This is pretty self-explanatory, but it's gonna get interesting. This is how you use them on any numbers. And moving on to string concatenation. The operators are not only used with numbers inside JavaScript. Here is an example of how you can use it with two strings. From the last lesson, we see that we can define a variable with full name using the first variable, first name, using the plus, an empty string. That's how you can just define an empty string, and you can use the plus sign again. Doesn't matter if it's like this, it's gonna work exactly the same. And now if we open the new terminal and again type node school, we can see that it logged the full name. Let's do it again because I put this. And it says John Doe, first name plus empty string and last name, which is Doe. Okay, moving on to using the plus and equals with strings. It's gonna make more sense when you move to numbers, but using it with strings, you addition it, and basically we get the last value, which is hello, and we basically attach another string into it. So now if we console log greeting, it's gonna say hello world, basically the two strings here. And down here, when we actually use it with numbers, it's 10 plus equals 1. It's gonna basically equal 11. If you use minus equal 1, it is gonna be 9. So moving on to Boolean, where we will introduce the AND operator, which is a logical operator. They're gonna be more useful once we talk about conditional statements. But here, this is AND. And if we say true and false is equal to what? Is equal to is good weather. Now if you try to log it, it's gonna be equal to false, because true and false is equal to false. Moving on, is either good or false, and this is gonna equal true because it comes here. It first checks for a true value and it returns true value. If we actually reverse this, it's again gonna be equal to true, because first it checks this value if it's false, and then it moves on to the other value, which is true, and it says true. If this was actually false value, or if we change this to false, for I think for more to keep the example, it's gonna equal false, because it checks this, it's false, then it checks this and it's also false. But here, when this was true, is sunny true, and this one false, it's gonna be only false value, because the whole expression is actually false. If we make this true, this is gonna be is good weather is gonna be also true, because it's warm and sunny, right? If it's either, to explain it again, if it's not warm and sunny, then the weather is not good, because it's just sunny but it's not warm. It's not a good weather, right? And that's why it's false. But when it's warm and sunny, it's actually true. The whole expression must be truthy for it to be truthy. If either value is false, then the whole expression is gonna be false. And here If either is true, is either good or bad, then if it's either one of them, it's gonna be true, or it's gonna be false if both values are false. So I have a exercise for you. This is gonna be our second exercise. You must declare two Boolean variables, is weekend and is holiday. You have to use logical operators to determine if you can relax, either it's weekend or holiday, right? And you have to log in the result. Post, please, go ahead, again, inside the exercise section, inside the community, and post your answer there. Okay, moving on to using the not operator. And this is a pretty straightforward operator. It basically reverses the Boolean value. So if we now check is raining, we log in into the console, you would see that is raining is actually false because it reversed it. If is raining was false, this would come out as true. And this could be used in other data types, but for right now, don't think about it too much. Moving on to ternary operator. And this operator is actually really useful when you use it to basically just save space and not type this. This is basically an if-else statement. We will talk about them in our next lesson. But think of it like this. Right now, we're going to declare a variable is adult. And basically, this means that if age is bigger or equal than 18, that means it is is adult true. If it isn't, then it's equal to no. And now if we try to save it, yeah, we must have this is string interpolation. Again, please copy over the exercises from the description, do them, and post them inside the exercises section inside the community, where you can verify your answers with me. See you inside the community, and we're moving on to our next lesson.